To an inspiring story about a Kenyan entrepreneur who is battling leukemia but still manages to launch a leather handbag brand called Eva Wambui Handbags. Despite adversity, she turned her passion for handbags into a successful business. She also taught herself how to design and make handbags and now exports them to the United States and elsewhere. VOA's Ndiho spoke to Eva Wambui, the creative designer and founder of EvaWambui Handbags, who aims to inspire other women worldwide facing life-threatening challenges.
When I started my leather bag business, I was looking at telling my story. Having fought cancer for so many years, I wanted something that you carry or that I make that you take with you, and it tells you my story. And also for other women who, whatever situations you're going through, when you look at the bag, it encourages you to keep going and to know that all is not lost and that there's so much to life. Coming from a background where in Kenya, when I was first diagnosed, everybody thought I would die. I mean, it's not because they meant, but that's what we know. With cancer comes death. Survival rates were very less talked about, right? 16, 17 years later, here I am trying to show that I am so much more than cancer. And so that's why having a brand or a business that tells my story was very important to me.
I'm sorry to hear that you've gone through these trying times. My heart goes out to you. Are you in remission right now? How are things with you?
No, we've relapsed. In fact, now I'm battling lung cancer. It's stage 1. It has a big high rate of cure, but I am having to go through treatments, which has been radiation. So yes, so I am still fighting. The biggest thing I've struggled with this time around is my mental health, acceptance and dealing with it. But then I look at my business, I look at the women I support in Kenya, and because it does provide financial benefit even to the women, showing them that I can do this keeps me going.
You have done remarkably well trying to sell these bags, both in Kenya and here in the United States. When you've talked to some of, let's say, repeat customers, what kind of feedback do you get?
It's more of now you're my to-go-to person for bags, right? We do try and come up with seasonal bags depending on the fall, spring, or summer, the colors. So if we produce a new bag, they are like, hey, I want that bag because they like the colors, they like the story behind it.
So what makes your bags unique? Why should I buy your brand instead of going for Gucci, Fendi, Prada?
You should buy my bag. One is because I am a small business. I am a growing business. I have created something unique that you will not find with other bigger brands. And on top of that, you get to buy a bag that tells a story. We are trying to get into a men's line where we produce a few bags for men, but also tapping into stories that men want to tell, and so that we can use the bags to tell their stories. I think mostly coming from the country we come from, and this is for both women and men, we don't get to express ourselves a lot. So buying my bags, you get to carry a bag that is a piece that is also a beginning of a conversation. Oh, tell me more about your bag. Or I like your bag. You're like, oh, let me tell you about my bag. So it's a conversation starter. And so I think that's why you should buy my bags.
Eve, you've inspired me as well, and thank you so much for sharing your story with us today.
Thank you so much for having me. I've had a really good time.
That was Eva Wambui, the creative designer and founder of EvaWambui Handbags, speaking to VOA's Ndiho.